The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers hint that Zende Forrester Dominguez's Belinda Met's controversial new love interest could shake up Forrester Creations. Will Zende develop a crush that puts a friendship in jeopardy? Like pretty much everyone else at Forrester, Zende thinks Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, is a lovely lady who's incredibly talented. That goes for Daphne's perfume skills as well as her vocal abilities, since she's been crushing it on open mic night at Il Giardino. Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, has decided he wants a future with Daphne, but she needs to know he's fully invested first. After everything that happened with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, it's easy to see why Daphne would want to be cautious. Daphne doesn't want to rush into something too deep, too fast. That could be a recipe for romantic disaster, especially since Daphne doesn't quite trust Carter with her heart yet. Although Daphne is clearly interested in Carter, she's making him put in the work and truly earn her love. Since that's taking a little time, there's room for some competition to enter the picture here. That brings us back to Zende, who could easily develop a crush of his own and decide to pursue Daphne. We could certainly imagine Zende making some moves on Daphne and pulling her into a kiss at some point. Now that Zende has popped up on screen again, it could be a sign that BNB is going to use him a bit more often. Zende might become a new romantic obstacle for Carter to tackle, or at least an annoyance, as Carter tries to win Daphne over. BNB isn't going to make Carter's romantic mission easy for him, so Zende could be an interesting hurdle to throw in. Even if Daphne isn't all that into Zende, she might enjoy the attention if it makes Carter jealous. Regardless, Zende has a habit of falling for women who are already romantically entangled with other guys. That trend may continue if Zende falls for Daphne next and ultimately pursues her. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Carter and Daphne's attempt to be together could get messy. The hallowed halls of Forrester Creations, a bastion of high fashion and even higher drama, have weathered countless storms. From boardroom coups to torrid affairs that blur the lines between the personal and professional, the Forrester and Logan families have seemingly seen it all. Yet a new tempest is brewing, one not born of a familiar foe or a recycled romance, but emanating from a character long perceived as the company's moral compass, Zende Forrester Dominguez. His new love interest isn't just a passing fling. She is a seismic force named Dr. Anya Sharma, and her arrival is poised to shake the very foundation of the iconic fashion house in ways no one could have predicted. For years, Zende has been the reliable, talented, and often overlooked pillar of the Forrester dynasty. As a gifted designer and the adopted son of the legendary Kristen Forrester, he has consistently played the role of the supportive cousin, the understanding friend, the good man in a world of schemers. His previous romantic entanglements, most notably with Zoe Buckingham and a rekindled spark with a returned Paris Buckingham, followed a certain predictable pattern. They were beautiful, they were connected to the fashion world, and their dramas were, for the most part, contained within the established social sphere of Los Angeles. Zende was, in many ways, safe. Dr. Anya Sharma shatters that mold. She is not a model, a designer, or a socialite. She is a renowned bioethicist and tech entrepreneur, a woman whose world is built on data, algorithms, and profound philosophical questions about the future of humanity. They met not at a glamorous photo shoot, but at a tech conference where Zende was seeking inspiration for a new, innovative fabric line. Anya was the keynote speaker, delivering a blistering critique of the fashion industry's environmental and ethical failings. Where the Forresters saw artistry, she saw waste. Where they saw luxury, she saw unsustainable consumption. Zende, rather than being offended, was captivated. Their initial attraction was a classic meeting of opposites. He was drawn to her fierce intellect and her unshakable conviction. She was intrigued by his passion for beauty and his willingness to listen. What began as a series of intense, coffee-fueled debates soon blossomed into a genuine romance. For Zende, Anya represents an escape from the gilded cage of his family, a chance to be seen not as a Forrester, but as a man and an artist. He is, for the first time, in a relationship that challenges him intellectually and morally, and he is thriving. The controversy, however, ignites the moment Zende brings Anya through the ornate doors of Forrester Creations. The problem is not her. She is poised, brilliant, and stunning. The problem is her mission. Dr. Anya Sharma is the founder and CEO of Ether Collective, a startup dedicated to revolutionizing manufacturing through lab-grown, biofabricated materials and AI-driven design. She isn't just an outsider. She is a direct ideological threat. The first clash occurs in the CEO's office, with Steffi Forrester sitting behind the desk her family has occupied for generations. Steffi, a pragmatist who has fought tooth and nail to protect her family's legacy, immediately sees Anya not as Zen's girlfriend, but as a corporate spy. "Let me get this straight," Steffi says, her voice a blade of chilled steel. "You're dating the woman whose entire business model is predicated on making companies like ours obsolete?" Her Ether Collective boasts about dismantling the archaic, resource-hoarding practices of legacy fashion houses. Zende, are you trying to win her over, or are you handing her the blueprint to our demise? Rich Forrester, the patriarch whose entire identity is woven into the fabric of the company, is even more visceral in his rejection. He sees Anya's ideas as an affront to the very soul of Forrester Creations. "We work with silk, with cashmere, with fabrics you can feel," he thunders at Zende in the design office, gesturing to a bolt of pristine white chiffon. "We pour our passion into every stitch." This woman, she talks about printing clothes in a lab from cultured proteins and plant-based polymers. It's sterile. It's soulless. It's not fashion. The conflict is no longer about stolen designs or boardroom votes. It is a philosophical war for the heart of Forrester Creations. Zende finds himself torn between the woman he loves and the family that raised him. He begins to see the company's traditions not as sacred, but as stagnant. He starts arguing for innovation, for sustainability, for meeting the future head-on. He and Anya begin secretly collaborating on a clandestine collection, Nexus, which fuses Forrester's design elegance with Ether's groundbreaking materials. This secret project creates a schism within the company. Hope Logan, ever the idealist and champion of her Hope for the Future line, is quietly fascinated. She sees in Anya's vision a way to truly align the brand with the ethical values it professes. She becomes a silent, tentative ally to Zende, creating a new fissure in her already complex relationship with Steffi and Rich. The controversy reaches its boiling point at a high-stakes family dinner at the Forrester mansion. The setting is opulent, the crystal glitters, but the air is thick with tension. Anya, seated beside Zende, holds her own against a table of skeptical Forresters. Brooke Logan attempts polite conversation, while Eric, ever the visionary, listens with a curious, "This lab-grown leather of yours," he scoffs. "Does it have a story? Does it have the scent of a Tuscan tannery? The imperfection that makes it perfect? Or is it just data?" Anya meets his gaze, unblinking. "Your Tuscan tannery, Mr. Forrester, consumes thousands of liters of water and uses toxic chemicals that poison local waterways. The story you're so fond of has a very real, very ugly final chapter for the planet. My data, as you call it, represents a story of responsibility. A story where beauty doesn't have to come at the cost of destruction." The room falls silent. She has articulated the central, unspoken conflict. It's legacy versus legacy. The Forrester's legacy of craftsmanship against the legacy of environmental stewardship Anya advocates for. Zende watches, his heart pounding, pride and terror warring within him. He has brought this conflict home, and there is no going back. The professional and personal inevitably collide in a spectacular, public fashion. At the preview for the Hope for the Future collection, where Hope, influenced by Zende and Anya, has subtly incorporated some of Ether's sustainable textiles, Steffi discovers a sample of the Nexus collection hidden in Zende's portfolio. The fabric is unlike anything she's ever felt, luxuriously soft, strong, and with an otherworldly sheen. It is undeniably the future. Feeling betrayed, Steffi confronts Zende in front of the entire team. "You've been developing a competing line? With her? Using company resources? This is treason, Zende." The ensuing argument pulls in everyone. Rich sides with Steffi, calling for Zende's immediate suspension. Hope defends his right to innovate. Eric, in a surprising move, asks to see the Nexus samples, a glint of something resembling admiration in his eyes. The family is fractured, not along the usual Logan Forrester lines, but along generational and ideological ones. The controversy forces every character to re-examine their loyalties. Is Zende a traitor, or is he the only one brave enough to save Forrester Creations from itself? Is Anya a manipulative outsider using Zende to get to the company's secrets, or is she the catalyst it desperately needs to evolve? The ambiguity is what makes the situation so potent. The audience is left to wonder if her feelings for Zende are genuine, or if he is simply a pawn in a larger corporate game. A scene of her on a confidential video call with her investors, assuring them that the Forrester alliance is proceeding as planned and their manufacturing secrets will be ours, would add a layer of delicious, heart-wrenching doubt. For Zende, this is his crucible. No longer content to be the background player, he is forced to define his own legacy. Is he a Forrester, bound by blood and tradition? Or is he his own man, an artist who believes in a different future? His relationship with Anya is the catalyst for his metamorphosis from a supporting character into a central, driving force of the narrative. He must choose between the family that gave him a name and the woman who offers him a new world. In the end, the shakeup caused by Zende's controversial love interest is the best thing that could have happened to the bold and the beautiful. It moves beyond the cyclical affairs and paternity secrets into a timely, relevant, and deeply complex conflict about the future of an entire industry. Dr. Anya Sharma is not just a new love interest. She is an avatar of change, a disruptive innovation in human form. Her presence forces the Forresters to look in the mirror and ask a terrifying question. Are they the guardians of a timeless legacy, or are they simply curators of a beautiful, dying relic? The answer will determine not only the fate of Zende's heart, but the very survival of Forrester Creations in the 21st century. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB. Spoilers hint that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, may be presumed dead after an ocean tumble, but for how long? Luna's prison escape won't go according to plan, so let's talk about how things might play out. The show released an exciting preview video for the week of November 17th to 21st that plays up the search for Luna near the beach house. Luna could easily find herself backed into a very dangerous corner. Things are foggy and ominous in the promo clip, like something terrible is going to happen. Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, can be heard shouting for Luna to do the right thing and turn herself in, but Luna obviously isn't going to do that. Luna won't want to go back to a jail cell, so she may run and make a major error in judgment in the fog. Could Luna run right off a cliff and fall into the ocean as a result? It's even possible that someone like Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, could lend a helping hand here. We certainly wouldn't put it past Poppy to shove Luna and cause her to plummet to her presumed death. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, recently wished that Luna would disappear, so she may indeed vanish into the water. Luna's body may not be found, but it could be assumed that she didn't survive. Of course, assumptions can get people into trouble on soaps. That's particularly true when it comes to villains who face a grim fate, since it often doesn't stick. This might be BNB's way of getting Luna off canvas for a while and letting that baby bump of hers grow. Luna could return down the road once the baby's born and give everyone, especially Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, a huge shock. Do you think Luna is headed for a presumed death? Will Luna seemingly face a fatal exit and then come back somewhere down the line to wreak more havoc? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say a major Luna climax is coming up, so stick with us for updates on any news regarding Luna's escape outcome. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, recap for Friday, November 14th, reveals that Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, laundry trick brought freedom, so Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, were at risk once more. At Brooke Logan Forrester's Catherine Kelly Lang place, she celebrated Katie Logan's Heather Tom reunion with Bill Spencer, Don Diamont. Donna Logan Forrester, Jennifer Garais, was also pleased over the news. Bill and Katie were finally back together. Next on Friday's BNB episode, Katie offered updates on Will moving in the beach house following a thorough energy cleansing. After everything that had happened, Katie was embracing the strength of the Spencer family. At Spencer Publications, Bill surprised Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, since he was eager to wrap work up quickly and get home to Katie. Almost losing Liam changed Bill's perspective, so he wanted to do things right with Katie and handle obstacles together. By the time Katie made it to Bill's office, Rachel Riley, was there doing her ritual to get rid of the bad vibes. Once Rachel was gone, Bill offered Katie more reassurance about protecting Will from Luna. At the beach house, Will and Elektra enjoyed some time outside together. Elektra snapped a pic with Will and shared some kisses with him as they continued embracing this fresh start. Although Will hoped there were no more surprises ahead, Luna was busy plotting a big one in prison. After Luna wailed over her life being ruined, she once again resolved to see Will. Since the laundry truck was outside, Luna piped up about having some laundry to add. Stole Crystal Mosley. The prison guard tried to get her to wait until later, but Luna acted like she might be asleep then because she was about to take a nap. Almost paternal interest, remembering his own battles to innovate. The conversation turns to after Luna pointed out the wad of laundry wouldn't fit through the bars. Stoll opened her cell, so she could add her stuff to the load. In the end, Stoll got called away to deal with an altercation, so fans saw Luna rise up out of the laundry cart she'd hidden in. Luna looked up at the sun outside and was ready to embrace her chance at freedom. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will make the most of her escape with some shocking moves, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 17th to November 28th, reveal that fans will see Steffi Forrester's Jacqueline McInnes Wood, special guest along with Deacon Sharp's Sean Cannon invitation. Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, will also face a shocking outcome, so here's what BNB fans can expect. During the week of November 17th to 21st, Stole Crystal Mosley. The prison guard will realize she messed up big time by opening that cell door and letting Luna put her laundry in with the rest. Luna used that as an opportunity to make her escape, so Stole will panic over Luna vanishing and will call for a lockdown at the prison facility. Of course, that won't do any good since Luna will already be headed for the beach house soon. We'll see Luna return to the scene of at least some of her crimes and plan to get Will Spencer's Crew Morrow attention. In the meantime, Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, will freak out over the news that Luna's stolen her freedom. Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, will have concerns of her own, so she'll race to the beach house to support Electra through all this. Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, will also give Katie Logan, Heather Tom, updates on the situation, but he'll make promises about fixing this before Luna can do more damage. Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, Dan Martin, will be on the case, but he'll refuse to let Will run after Luna when she's spotted near the beach house. Since Luna is deeply fixated on Will, it's not a good idea for him to be part of the upcoming search team. However, Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown will all go looking for Luna, who will seemingly bolt on the beach. Despite Lee's frantic plea for Luna to turn herself in, Luna will keep trying to avoid capture and could face a terrible fall. Could there be some sort of cliff situation that sends Luna tumbling into the water below to her presumed demise? One way or another, Luna's shocking outcome will be revealed. The week of November 24th to 28th will bring some more lighthearted moments, especially since Thanksgiving is just around the corner. There'll be a special episode that airs on November 26th, so look for Deacon to deliver a surprise invitation in it. It turns out Deacon and Sheila won't be celebrating Turkey Day alone at Il Giardino. Deacon will invite Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, to join them for a meal, so they'll have some company as they dine together. There'll also be a gathering for Steffi, John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras, and Hayes Finnegan, Brian David Garlick, which will come with an unexpected guest. It looks more like Thomas Forrester's Matthew Atkinson. Return scenes will air at Christmas, but it's possible he was secretly on set for some Thanksgiving filming, too. It's also possible Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samory, could make the solo trip home and enjoy Thanksgiving with his family if Thomas is busy or sick. Although Luna's comeback is perhaps an option following her presumed death, it's doubtful the show would do it on the Thanksgiving special. B&B may not want to ruin the heartwarming holiday vibe. There'll indeed be some fun moments for all characters involved in the Thanksgiving episode, so stay tuned for their reasons to be grateful. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some important decisions and warm welcomes to the future. Ridge, fueled by a fine scotch and a deep-seated fear of irrelevance, directly challenges Anya. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers hint that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, may have a honeymoon surprise for Hope Logan, Annika Noel, but will family drama derail it? Could some shocking news force Hope and Liam to postpone any trip that might be looming? Things have been going well for Liam ever since he asked Hope to marry him again. Hope said yes right away, so it wasn't long until the wedding planning began. Of course, that led to Beth Spencer's Jordan Gracie excitement, especially since Hope and Liam agreed to let her be their officiant. The only snag so far has been Beth's issue with having Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown at the ceremony, but that's not going to rain on Hope and Liam's parade too much. Liam and Hope are still planning on tying the knot for good this time, so hopefully they'll make this marriage stick. Naturally, we have to consider what might be in store after the nuptials. Will Liam deliver a honeymoon surprise and plan to whisk Hope off to some incredible location that's special to them? Hope has been hard at work on the Hope for the Future relaunch, but the team could surely spare her for a few days. Liam and Hope deserve a little getaway to bask in the afterglow of their wedding, so some honeymoon goals could be set. Unfortunately, family drama could get in the way. There may be multiple paths to trouble since Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, escape could cause more chaos, especially for the Spencer clan. B&B's been offering clues about Katie Logan's Heather Tom, heart problems flaring up, so Liam might need to stick around and support Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, through that too. There could even be family issues on Hope's end since Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, might be on the verge of cheating on Sheila with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Hope could get dragged into her dad's relationship mess depending on how things play out. Considering all the turmoil that could throw Hope and Liam for a loop, they may end up having to delay their honeymoon for a bit. It might be best to wait until after Hope's fashion show anyway, but let's hope Liam takes her on a post-wedding trip sooner or later. Hope and Liam are finally back together after far too long apart, so they deserve all the bells and whistles of a proper reunion story. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam and Hope will count on their next chapter to last forever, so stay tuned for updates on how long they can stay a blissful couple. The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, recap for Thursday, November 13th, reveals that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, interrupted Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Bill Spencer's, Don Diamant, passion while Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, confronted a trespasser. At Spencer Publications, Liam walked in on Katie sharing some sizzling moments with Bill as she sat in his lap. After Liam learned Bill and Katie were back together, he was thrilled over that news. Liam also got updates on Will moving in the beach house, so he seemed a little uneasy due to all the Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, horror that happened there. However, Rachel Riley from the Bikini Bar was into energy cleansing now and had done a smudging at the beach house to reset things. Bill had hired a crime scene cleanup crew as well, so the Spencers felt good about all that. As for Rachel, she popped in the office briefly. Since Bill agreed to have his office undergo some sage burning, Rachel said she'd come back.